Northside has been a blessing in our lives, and we've been there, like you say, 55 years. I think we're the longest members. A few months ago, somebody introduced Roger as the oldest member, and he corrected that pretty quickly. But we've been around a long time, and we've just seen we've seen God work a lot.
I'm Roger Phillips, and this is my wife, Margaret Phillips. And we have been attending Northside since July 1970. We came here to stay 5 years, and I figured we would move on from that, but we enjoyed working in a small beginning church, and I enjoyed my job in the school district, and so we've just never moved anywhere else. So we've loved it here, and we've seen God do a lot of things in those 55 years. The first Sunday we came to Northside, our daughter was 6 months old, and I believe she was the only baby in the nursery that day. At that time, we had anywhere from 15 to 25 people in attendance. It was just one small little building, and it served our purpose at that point. But when we moved down to the current location and had a new building, even though it didn't have a whole lot more space than we had up there, it was like we've come uptown now. We're in really some nice quarters to live in. Well, of course, the first building project we did, and we started in, I believe, December of '72, and that was, it by our standards today, it was very, very small, but there wasn't a lot of money. There weren't a lot of people to contribute to it. And even though we made commitments to contribute, we weren't sure how we were going to manage that and, manage our daily living expenses. But, God always makes a way, and He did then. We put on the section where the current nursery and part of where the main foyer is there. That was all added in about '83. And again, we had made commitments to build, and it was certainly a stretch for many, many people, but I have never heard a single person that made a commitment say, there was just no way that I could do that because God didn't supply. I've heard numerous stories of people saying, I made a commitment and I didn't know where the money was coming from, but out of the blue, I began to get a check for this or a check for that, or I got a raise, I got a promotion, whatever. But God He is so much more able to use the money that we give to Him than we are if we keep it for ourselves. We just dig a deeper hole, but God uses it to bring honor and glory to Himself. You just can't outgive God. You can't. If you are faithful, He is always faithful.
I love to see the teenagers. I love to see the young couples and the children. I can't tell you how that blesses my heart. The young couples that have come in and got involved. Quite often we drive up out there in front and look at each other and just say, did you ever imagine that Northside would be this? From that little furniture store to where we are now and getting ready to build again. like Roger has said, God has been faithful, and He has abundantly blessed Northside over the years.